Welcome back, Alex, to our science lesson. And remember, we are discussing about classification of vertebrates. Our recent topic on which we are working is classification of vertebrates. So, vertebrates are divided into five groups, which we know very well. One is fish, which we have discussed in our previous lesson. Others are amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. And do remember that vertebrates are those animals which have backbone, which have a backbone in their body. Now, from here, this line shows that we are going to discuss amphibians. Amphibians. Under this line, we are going to discuss amphibians in uh, questions and short answers. So, question number one: what are amphibians? What are amphibians? Answer: animals which can live on land and also in water are called amphibians. Animals which can live on land and also in water are called amphibians. So, amphibians are those animals which can live on land and in water too. Those are known as amphibians. Like we are human being, we can only live on land, so we are not amphibians. We cannot live in water. In the same way, fish are not amphibians because fish can only live in water. Fish cannot live on land, so fish are also not amphibians. So here we are discussing about amphibians. We will discuss here those animals which can live in water as well as on land. Okay, so such animals are known as amphibians, which have the capability to live in water and on land too. Now, question number 2. How do amphibians respire? How do amphibians respire? Respiring means breathing system. How do amphibians breathe? Answer: they respire through lungs and skin. They respire through lungs and skin. We can only respire or breathe through our lungs. We have two lungs in our chest, so we only respire or breathe through our lungs. But amphibians have the capability to breathe through lungs and through their skin too. When they are on the land, when amphibians are on the land, they respire through lungs, and when amphibians are in underwater, then they respire through their skin, not through their lungs. Okay, so this is why they have two systems of respiration. One is through lungs and other is through skin. I hope you got this point. Question number 3: how is their skin? How is the skin of amphibians? From because our recent topic is amphibians, so we are discussing about amphibians. How is their skin? Means amphibians skin. Answer: usually their skin is moist and loose. Moist and loose, not very tight. And moist means their skin is not dried, their skin is wetty. Okay, moist means something which is wetty. Wet means which is wet. Okay, so at question number 4: where do amphibians lay eggs? Because amphibians have the capability to live on land and to live in water too. Now the question here, arriving question is that where do uh, amphibians lay their eggs? Answer is they live on land but lay eggs in water. They live on land but lay eggs in water. This question number 5: How is their body temperature? Means amphibians' body temperature. Answer: their body temperature also depends on the temperature of their surroundings. Every we are discussing this question and answer in the same style, that every organism's body temperature depends upon the temperature of their environment temperature. As far as environment temperature, their surroundings temperature is concerned, in the same way their body temperature remains. So their body temperature also depends on the temperature of their surroundings. Question number 6: where do amphibians born? Where do amphibians born? These are born in water because they lay their eggs in water. So these are also born in water. Question number 7. Give examples of amphibians. We are discussing about amphibians. Now, what are those? What are the amphibians? So here we have examples, because fishes are not amphibians. Human beings are not amphibians. Then which animals are amphibians? So amphibians are frog, toad, salamander, and newt. Frog, toad, salamander, and newt are examples of amphibians. These are those animals which have the capability to live on land and to live in water. When they are living in land, they will respire through their lungs, and when they are living in water, they will respire through their skin. Hold through this concept. Okay. And question number 8: why amphibians could not flourish on whole world? Why amphibians could not flourish on whole world? Could not flourish means cannot live on the whole world. Why do amphibians cannot live on the whole world? They are not found in desert and snow. Amphibians are not found in desert and snow because they depend on water for their reproduction and development. Reproduction means giving birth to another animal. So amphibians will uh, give birth to an other amphibians. So this is why they do not live on deserts and snow, because they need water. They need water to reproduce themselves again and again, again and again. It means stored, then their kid, then their kid, then their kid in the frog, then their kids, then kids having their own kids. So this is the system of reproduction and development. And question number 9: what are reptiles? Now, okay, so we have the same line for when we started our amphibians the lesson. Now here amphibians lesson, our amphibians lesson end. Now, if you are asked to write a note or detailed paragraph or describe amphibians, you will skip these questions. You will skip these questions. Question number 5, and then question number 6, question number 7, question number 8. In the same way, question number 1, 2, 3, 4. You will skip all the questions, and you will only write these short answers in the same sequence, from answer number 1 to answer number 8, to have your a detailed paragraph about amphibians. I hope you understood this thing, because we are discussing these things from our early video. Now, what are reptiles? Reptiles are also vertebrates. So we are discussing about vertebrates. Reptiles are also vertebrates. Reptile is our third vertebrate. Our first vertebrate is, remember, fish. Then we study amphibians. Now we are discussing about reptiles. So are reptiles? Creeping animals. Creeping animals are called reptiles. Creeping animals are called reptiles. The animals which crawls, animals which used to crawl, which used to creep are known as reptiles. Question number 10. How is the skin of reptiles? So, their skin is thick, coarse, and dry. Their skin is thick, coarse, and dry, which protect their body from external effects. This skin protect the reptile's body from external effects. Question number 11. How do reproduction take place in these animals? In reptiles, reproduction takes place through eggs. Reproduction takes place through eggs. In reptiles, as reproduction takes place in amphibians through eggs, so in reptiles, reproduction also take place through eggs. Question number 12. Where do these lay eggs? They lay eggs on land. Amphibians lay their eggs in water, but reptiles lay their eggs on land. Write about the body temperature of these animals, of means of reptiles. Their body temperature also depends upon the temperature of the surroundings. This question is going same again and again. At 14, we have give examples of reptiles. Give examples of reptiles. Lizard, crocodile, snake, and tortoise are examples of reptiles because these all are creeping animals. They crawl. Lizard, crocodile, snake, and tortoise are the examples of creeping animals. So these are known as reptiles. They cannot walk. These animals cannot walk like a cow, like a buffalo, like us. So this is why known as reptiles. Reptiles mean creeping or crawling animals. Now here uh, reptiles topic ends. So when we have question about reptiles to write to describe or explain reptiles in your words or write about reptiles, define reptiles and give explanation with examples. What are reptiles? Write a note on reptiles. What do you know about reptiles? So what you are going to do, you will skip all the short questions and will write only these answers, short answers in a given sequence to in order to have your of course a good explanation on reptiles. Now we have some tricky questions. Question number 5. Which were the largest animals of ancient times? Largest animals or largest reptiles. Dinosaurs were the largest animals of ancient times. Dinosaurs were the largest animals of the ancient times, but they have become extinct. But they have become extinct. Extinct means dinosaurs are no more on the world. Extinct means we have no dinosaurs on this world now. They are no more. They are finished. They are vanished by the creature. They are finished. They are no more. So dinosaurs are known as extinct animals. because they do not exist anymore on the earth. Question number 16. Do reptiles depend on water for production? Do Do reptiles depend on water for production? Reptiles do not depend on water for their reproduction. Reptiles do not depend on water for their reproduction. That is why they are found everywhere on land. Okay, that's it.